welcome to A View of the Bay, the show about making a living. Today we're trying something a little different. The Traverse Bay Poverty Reduction Initiative puts on a poverty simulator to recreate the stress of living in poverty. We followed 4 participants in this simulator and documented their experience. Enjoy!
You guys have gotten together in family groups. Your job is to act out the role of the person who you will learn about here in just a few minutes.
My name's Barry Ward. I'm a volunteer at the Northwest Michigan Community Action Agency. In the simulation, I was a 21-year-old college student. I had 3 siblings, a pair of 13-year-old sisters, and a smaller brother.
My name is Charity Dostal. I go to school at NMC. My simulation name was Penelope Perez, and I was part of the Perez family. I was a 13-year-old teenager. I had a twin sister whose name was Patricia.
My name is Libby Munoz, and I came with a school group from Leland as student council representatives and natural helpers. I was in the Perez family, and I was a 13-year-old twin.
Jessica Merwin with the Northwest Michigan Community Action Agency. I'm a Vista for the year there, AmeriCorps Vista. I was part of the Perez family, and I was a 3-year-old toddler. A group of us volunteered to come down and do this poverty simulation today because it's pretty important to our line of work to understand something about people living in poverty.
I
think this is mine.
There's our family profile.
I didn't really know what to expect. I assumed that I would get some insight from the role playing to what being in a poverty situation kind of felt like.
We had no mother in the home, and our father, who was the sole breadwinner, was incarcerated for the month.
Our simulation brother, who was 21 and in college, kind of had to take charge and take care of me and my sister and my 3-year-old brother.
I was kind of thrust into the head of family role.
You have a reliable 5-year-old car, and it's paid for.
I did feel confident at the beginning when we were going through our assets that I thought we would have enough to make it through the month.
Camera, the cooking stove.
We should probably keep the stove in the fridge.
This should be the last to go. Camera, we can probably do without. Jewelry, we can probably do without. Television, we need something to keep you occupied.
Oh, I don't need it.
She's in full-time childcare.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the things that jumped right into my mind of what I would need for the month. Transportation costs, food costs.
$445.
So we'll have to buy food too. Housing, childcare has already been paid though.
And we've got $200, plus we've got stuff we can pawn. We should get through the month okay.
It didn't dawn on me at the time that what I was thinking of was not realistic.
At school there weren't enough pencils for everyone. Not everyone got a quiz, and if you didn't get a quiz, then you didn't get a grade, so you were failing, and there just weren't enough resources for everyone to be there. I was fortunate enough to be able to be one of the first people at school, so I always had a pencil and a quiz, and then I shared with my twin sister.
I'm hungry.
I'll feed you lunch at the children.
Daycare didn't feed me. They didn't have any toys.
Be as realistic as you can imagine. If you're a child and your parents haven't fed you all day, we would expect you to act a little cranky.
I just need your transportation passes, please. I need one for your child as well.
Okay, Pedro, have fun.
We're sending notes about organized school supplies. So, well, right now you're just going to have to borrow. Well, you need to change. And make sure, yes, the children need to hold on.
Here we are, childcare. Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, 3. And I'm hungry and I never got fed.
I know, I didn't either. My dad's in jail, so.
Mine too.
Yep.
You didn't get crayons. There's nothing. What kind of childcare is this? And my family had to pay $85 a month for that. It was a very non-interactive experience for the kids. Do you want to play with my teddy bear?
There we go. School's over for today. Yay! See you next week. We have to go home.
Yay!
Hi, Pedro.
Hi.
I'm picking up Pedro.
I'm still hungry. They didn't feed us.
Okay, we'll get something when we get home.
Okay. So, we've used all our transportation passes already.
Transportation costs were more than I thought they would be. I thought it would take us 1 to get back and forth every day, but it was actually 4. Each round trip was 2 instead of 1, and each person had to pay.
2 to get Pedro to school, 2 to pick her up from school.
The expenses added up much quicker than I thought we would have.
The first thing I have to do is I have to go buy some more of those. So you guys...
We got $5 worth of treats at the school.
All right, good job. I'm going to leave you here to babysit Pedro, and I'm going to go pick up some transportation cards for next week.
I'm hungry.
Huh?
I'm hungry. So I wasn't able to contribute to the family decisions, and they had to figure out what to do with me every day.
Can you guys fix her something to eat? Whatever we got left, and then we'll go shopping later. We'll get some transportation
I don't think we
cards.
have any food yet, though, because we haven't went to the grocery store.
What's
Give him the TV.
Yeah, you're sucking your thumb. Big brother gets back. I mean, we're joking around about it, but this is awful situations to be in, don't you think? I mean, we didn't even have 2 pencils.
My pencil was broken.
Yeah. Didn't feed you at all.
no toys, nothing.
At least you took your toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that should get us through the week.
You're Pedro's dad, right?
I am Pedro's brother.
Okay, Pedro's brother.
All right, everybody, that's the end of week 1.
Brothers found and broken their arms. Must make other arrangements and visit her care for your child.
You can't go anymore, but we already paid it
See if
for
I
a
can
month.
find.
Do we get that money back? Sure. If you didn't know our situation, we get that money back, right? We have a
There's no
transportation
school
pass
on
to
week
go to
3.
the
He's thinking ahead.
So I can't go to childcare anymore.
Okay, what do you want to pawn? Jewelry. Our store costs are $100.
And then I just need 110 because we can use this $5 to go to food.
The only thing we've got is, I don't know if they'll let you do it or not, because this is the only thing we have is a voucher.
Got a voucher?
So let's hold off on the store. We'll go next week to the store.
I'm hungry. I broke my arm in childcare, so then childcare wouldn't take me. Luckily, my older brother knew enough to go to the Community Action Agency to see what they could do to help.
This is my little brother, Pedro.
Hi. Pedro, nice to meet you too.
Hi.
He fell and he broke his arm,
Oh.
and he can't go to childcare.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if there's some other way in the community.
You know, we do have some Head Start vouchers.
They gave him a childcare voucher and for the Head Start program, and I was able to go back to childcare through there.
Everyone has
We tried to pawn some of the things that we owned. We had 2 pieces of jewelry, a TV.
It did not go as well as I thought it would go at the pawn shop. At first I thought they were just going to send me home.
I'm going to need your transportation pass, Patricia. Where'd you get that camera? You're 13 years old.
It was my father's.
And he knows you're selling it?
Yeah.
Which he obviously didn't because he was in jail.
I've got quite a few cameras in stock, so I'll probably be able to give you $35 for it.
What about the jewelry?
No, I don't need any more jewelry right now. No, sorry.
Okay. I guess I'll take 35 for the camera.
Yeah.
Can't give me any more.
I can't.
They only gave us $35 for a camera that was a $100 value. I thought we would be able to get more money from that to pay off some of our expenses.
Hi, we're the Perez's, and we'd like to pay our utilities for the month.
$160, $50, and $25.
$235 total.
I cannot accept this.
Okay.
So let me.
I'll just come back.
Okay.
I'll just come back and
Because I
pay.
can't give you back your transportation pass.
You can't.
I can't.
I guess we'll have to stop at the bank then.
All I have.
Hi, my name's Perez. You have a transportation? I do? All right, thank you. I'd like to cash my school voucher, please. You are Perez? Yes. Oh, you don't have an account here. I can't cash your check.
I was awarded $200 that month for student aid. When I went and tried to cash the check at the bank, they wouldn't cash it for me because I didn't have an account at the bank.
Can I open an account? You could open an account.
I'd have to make a deposit into the account in order for them to cash the check and then return the following week to draw out that money. So that to me was a better situation than going to the money store and having to pay part of the $200 just to get the check cashed. You know, that would be money that would be lost forever. This was at least a little better deal because I could come back the following week and get the rest of the $200.
Can I do a withdrawal?
My brother doesn't notice. I'm running amok.
Checks for you.
I felt at the beginning of the simulation that we would have enough assets to get us through the month. As the month wore on, I found that wasn't true. Some of the things that I thought were assets didn't turn out to be very good assets.
Hi! I'm hungry. I was running amok back there.
I only got $35 for the camera.
We had bills that we had to pay on a weekly basis, food, for example, which we weren't able to do because that half of my student loan check was tied up for that week.
I'll take the jewelry or the TV. Okay. We don't want to get rid of the stove.
They won't take anything else.
Okay.
They have too much there.
And now we got 158. Okay. And it's not enough to pay the gas bill.
It's enough to get food.
It's enough to get food. Like I said, I'm going to get another 100. So
We got $5 here for the.
Oh, $5
for the grocery store. Okay. That means we'll only need, say,
Keep close.
School is closed. So, okay, we paid the electric bill. We still got to pay the gas and the phone bill. And we still need to go to the store.
One of us should go to the store.
Please take that into consideration this week.
Do you want to see if you can get a part-time job?
Might not be a bad idea.
We did not have parents in the home, so it was kind of hard that we didn't have any income.
Why don't you go to the grocery store? Why don't you stay home and babysit Pedro? Oh, wait, I was
I'll stay with Pedro. You can pay for the clothes and the miscellaneous of those 2% too.
Okay. Well, we don't have enough money for that yet until I get to the bank. Why don't you just get the food for now?
I did go to buy food at one point. I found the line very long. I also felt very anxious while I was standing in line to get food for my family. We had went the first 2 weeks without food, so this was the third week and the food was really important that I bring it home. As I was standing in line, there was a young lady that was standing behind me who told me that her children hadn't eaten in 2 weeks either, and they were threatening to take her children away. Even though it was simulated, I said to her, I would let you cut in front of me, but I'm afraid that the bell's going to go off and the store's going to close, and my family's counting on me to bring home food as well. Even though it was simulated, it was a very stressful situation. You know, my general personality is to try and help others in need, but in that particular situation, I couldn't let her cut in front of me, because if I didn't bring home food for the family, my 3-year-old brother was super hungry as well as the rest of us. So, you know, I had to. So I was unable to help the person behind me.
I applied for a job figuring I could get something part-time that I could do while I was going to school to hold us over until my father returned. Unfortunately, the process was not a one-day thing. I couldn't go in and apply for a job and start right away. I had to apply for a job and then return the following week for my interview. So I kind of made it a moot point. Since I had waited to the 3rd week, I couldn't go back the 4th week and start a job because it wouldn't help us during that month.
I thought it was interesting to not be able to contribute because yeah, they were busy making all the decisions, and I couldn't do anything but tell them what my needs were. You know, I'm hungry, I need to be, you know, taken care of, come on, pay attention to me, you know.
He threw things all over the floor and didn't have any food, so complained the whole time.
No, I need that.
I'm so hungry.
Your brother's at the store.
We haven't eaten. It's been
No,
like
he's at the store.
3 weeks. No food.
We pay for them to feed you over there.
They don't feed me.
Should just make you come to school with us.
Yeah, I want to go to school.
And I couldn't go anywhere because I didn't have any transportation, so I just had to sit there.
It was kind of frustrating because I just couldn't contribute. So I'm like, well, sorry guys. I felt like, you know, but I guess it was easy for me.
Maybe we should try and sell your bear. We need more money.
No.
How about your glasses?
No.
We need them.
Okay. But you can't go?
I can't go anywhere.
She did good. She was a good baby. Pablo Perez. We had a car that was bought and paid for that I thought I could probably get a title loan on to help us through the month. The car wasn't registered in my name, it was in my father's name, so I couldn't get a title loan on it. So my optimism that I had in the beginning quickly evaporated as the month wore on.
She's not back in the store. Okay, I went and applied for a part-time job. I have to go back next week for an interview.
So you're going to miss school next week?
Yeah, I'll have to. And tried to get a title loan on the car, but the car is in Mom and Dad's name. We still got to pay the gas and the phone bill. And if we need clothes and miscellaneous costs. Food, your sister's getting the food now. So we need 100.
You can have them back.
260, 285. And we don't have that much. got 100 in the bank. Got 53 here. Okay, so I'm gonna go get the bank. They'll give us another $100.
You want to go now?
30, 50, yeah. You watch her? Him? Sorry.
Oh.
I know. Such a
Neighbors
shame.
got evicted.
That sucks.
That means they must be in the homeless shelter. She still hasn't gotten our food yet. I'm hungry.
I think I'm dead.
Yes, it did feel strange to have the responsibility put on me as a 13-year-old girl, although I did find it felt necessary to jump in and try and figure out how we were going to make the situation better and how we were going to figure out how to pay the bills.
At least we get school lunch. $220 for food. It's per week, not a month. We have to pay $130. Oh no. So we still owe $220 because we didn't buy food the last 2 weeks. So we gotta buy that every week. And we don't have clothes. We don't have clothes. We run around naked. Did you get food for the week though?
No.
Yeah. We just owe more? Yeah, we owe for the last 2 weeks. We don't have more. We don't have any more. We still have to pay our utilities. We have to pay the phone and the gas, and we're not allowed to shut the phone off. And we have heat because we have gas. No, we didn't pay the gas. It's $50 extra. So it'd be $75 to shut it off instead of just paying the $25. We can't go anywhere. We don't have any transportation. I don't think that we could do it anyway. Where's he at? He didn't say. He kind of came and went. He was in a hurry.
A lot of my time was taken up by just trying to survive. I do have a somewhat knowledge of what resources are available in the community due to my volunteering at the Northwest Michigan Community Action Agency. That was a benefit to me in the simulation. Even as frustrated as I was with the knowledge that I had, I can only imagine how very frustrating it would be for someone who is actually in this situation with limited or no knowledge of what is available in the community.
My mother is not in the picture.
Okay.
My father is in jail for the month. So I'm taking care of my 3 siblings. I'm trying to go to school. I'm enrolled in community college.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
What you coming for?
I don't know yet. Undecided.
Undecided.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. First off, I need you to fill this information out to the best of your ability, the front and the back of it. Okay. And then sign it and date it. And then if you can take it over to the waiting room and fill that out, and then bring it back to me when you're done, we'll get you to see a caseworker, okay?
Thank you very much.
And here's a pen for you.
Thank you.
Well, at least we've got food.
Oh yeah! Feed me!
You can make her food. I've been babysitting her all day.
Right, fair enough. How's macaroni and cheese sound? And hot dogs.
Awesome.
3-year-olds like that, right? They feed me too. If there's some left over. Can you imagine like being in this situation? Like how worried you would be all the time just about basic stuff.
Seems like a juggling act, that's for sure.
All right, everybody, that chord means that the week is now over, and any remaining business that you have left to get done, you will have to do after the beginning of the week. Please head back home so you can spend time with your families and set up for our last and final week of the month.
What you got for us, Colin?
Okay, I got some extra money and the food and clothing voucher. We got our food.
But the food is per week, so we still owe $220 for the first 2 weeks that we didn't pay for food.
I'm applying for food assistance, financial assistance, so I'll have to go back, do that again. I'll go back for my job interview this week, and then I'll go to social services and finish filling out for the benefits there. You guys will go to school. Can you drop him off at daycare on your way to school? I'll give you transportation.
Or two.
How about just one of you? Yeah.
I can take him.
And then I'll give you 4, and then you can pick him up after school
Okay.
on the way home.
Will they let me take him? What is this? It's her broken toy. I told her I need to try and pawn the glasses, and she wouldn't let me. Right? Yeah.
Okay, so you guys will take care of that. I'll go for my job interview and for my social service benefits. See where we can.
In the bank.
In the bank to get the money, right?
All right, everybody, this is the final week of the month. Kids have to be back at school. You've got to get to work. You've got bills to pay, and people want some money.
The 4th week, I was running around trying to find things to help us survive for that final week of the month. Our assets were gone, so I was trying to find some kind of public assistance one way or another that would get us through until the following month when our father, who was the breadwinner, would return from incarceration.
If you can have a seat in the waiting room, yep.
There you go. I can do that.
Pedro?
You are welcome.
Yeah, I just need you to sign them in, and I need your 2 transportation passes, please. Thank you. Hi, Pedro. Welcome back.
Hi.
Did you have a fun weekend?
Yeah. Bye. A lot of people who I was in daycare with the first session, I was the last kid in daycare the last session.
To take a week off from my college classes to help out making ends meet was something that it was not a good feeling. You know, I was supposed to be in college focusing on bettering myself through education. Thinking back personally to when I was in college, how difficult that was. You know, that was a full-time job to be a student. When you add in the additional of, well, now I have to go look for social service help. Now I have to go to the store. You know, now I have to go pay the utility bills. That just added on to the frustration level. And it's hard to do college on its own, much less, you know, to take breaks from it, to have to do other responsibilities instead of devoting yourself to your studies. So it made it very difficult to just throw it away for the week. You know, it was like, it was not helping our situation long term. You know, it may have helped our situation short term because I was able to use that week to get some help. But long term, it didn't help me specifically, and I don't think it would help the family either.
This was a quiz we took on week 1 of school. So if you weren't here, you didn't get the quiz. How about we get number 2? Let's go for number 2. Do you see a problem?
Perez?
Yes.
All right, come on. Okay, Pablo. And you are, you have a family of 4.
Right.
You got your benefits. So what is your income?
I don't have any income. I'm a full-time student.
Okay, student. And then we have, we've already established 4. And your utility costs?
My utility costs are $235. I've already paid $50 this month, so I've already got $185.
What additional, any other resources?
No, I've applied for a part-time job. Like I said, I'm going to school full-time, but I applied for a part-time job. I haven't heard yet if I've gotten anything.
Okay, all right. So you are eligible for food stamps, and with the number of people, it looks like you're eligible for $85 at this time.
Okay.
So
is that a week?
I believe that is. Okay, so there's that.
Thank you.
And I will tell you that I did hear a rumor that the Community Action Agency has some additional funds. I don't know if any are left, but for utilities, you might want to go there and see if they can help you out with that. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Even my limited knowledge of what was available in the community didn't cover all the resources that were available. I still got ideas from people that I went to see, various agencies directed me towards other agencies.
Or countries we call third world countries, but do we ever think of a first world country as one where the population is at some point living in poverty?
Just over at Department of Human Mr. Johnson.
I'll tell you, we've had a run on that, Pablo, and I'm so sorry, but we won't until next month again. Okay. So I apologize. We just had a really strong run on this month. We do have support for transportation, but other than that, we're
Okay, transportation I'm pretty good on.
Are you good on?
Is there a list to get on for next month?
You bet. I'll put you on the list.
Okay,
Pablo, and come see us at the very beginning, okay? Those resources end up by the end of the month. They run out. Okay. So sorry.
Okay.
And we'll see you next month.
Thank you very much.
Jack, I caught wind that you guys are helping out with transportation.
Filled out an application last week, and you said come back this week.
Okay. What's your experience and qualifications?
I don't have much experience. I'm a full-time student, so I'm looking for part-time work.
Part-time job. Do we have any jobs open right now?
It was tough for my character as a 21-year-old to function, as I didn't have a full-time job. I didn't know where to turn.
We just added 1, 2, 3, and I think we only had 3, so I think you would have to come back next week.
We're all full right now.
We don't have many applications in the hopper, so if you came back next week, yeah, we could probably have something for you next week.
Okay. You'll keep my application on file.
Yes, we will.
Okay, thank you. It's hectic. You know, when you're not aware of what resources are available to you, that makes it all the more difficult because you spend a lot of time looking into what resources are available as opposed to getting those resources. It's tough to do. It's good to see that there are resources available that can give some kind of help to people in these situations, but it's very hard. I'm supposed to be in school this week, but I'm taking off from school because I need to get this stuff done. A full-time job, just trying to survive for the last.
I don't work. My dad lost his job and got thrown out.
Did you already?
We only work with him 2 weeks.
No, I haven't.
It's just out of there. Not yet.
I tried that and they don't.
Oh, you did it. You did try. Sister.
Oh, Pedro.
Yay!
You can just public it too. Awesome. Thank you.
Yay! Bye!
At the beginning, I felt pretty confident, and then realizing a couple weeks later that we had no income, we couldn't pay anything, and then it was rough. We were We would come home after school and hope that our utilities were still on.
We don't have any money. Should I try and pawn the jewelry again? I still have it.
Might as well try it.
Oh, the utility people came by?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
That's their second time coming by.
Shut off her stuff. Our guys.
Hi, Perez.
Well, $110 for food.
85. Got this. Well, what you like to do?
Okay, so you had 95. So $15 in cash.
And then I got $10 coupon there.
No, that's already been taken off. It's still $115 or $150.
Okay. 14. Thank you.
All right, everybody, that officially wraps up the month. Where do you stand?
I would recommend this experience to anybody that would have the opportunity to take it. I mean, we're all members of the community, so this affects us all, whether we're directly impacted by the situation or not. We all bear the cost of this situation somehow.
It was hard just to be able to get everything done, and I can see how when you actually are trying to get everything done, how hard that would be. And just making sure day to day that you have the house paid for, the utilities paid for. We didn't pay our utilities, so they were probably shut off.
Even though it was a simulation, I found myself worrying about my brother and if he was going to make it to college or not. I found myself worrying about my other little brother and wondering if my bigger brother was going to find daycare for him so that he could make it to school. We didn't have a father figure or mother figure. It was just us siblings fending for ourselves and kind of looking towards our other brother to kind of lead us in the directions that we needed to go.
I did have a lot of anxiety in this situation where you go from being a full-time college student to the de facto head of the family right away. I mean, my 13-year-old sisters did the best they could, but it was still a lot of pressure put on a 21-year-old college student to try to watch out for their family for an entire month and deal with their own life, their own college education.
Definitely took on some of those more parental roles as a 13-year-old.
I don't have kids myself, so it was interesting to play a kid to see, what their needs are. They have to be taken care of all the time, and I know that in the back of my mind, but to actually role play that out was an interesting experience. I mean, their needs have to be met 24/7.
I work as an optician in a doctor's office, and we often go into schools and do screenings for children. The children that we find that need the eye exams and the eyes the most, we often find don't come into the doctor's office. Their eyes being a central part of how they learn, it seems like it would be very important for the parents to do, and I never really quite understood why you wouldn't make that a priority to do. Now, if I connect the two and put that through that scenario into our given situation, I'm not sure how we would have worked that out. I'm not sure how we would have worked out the transportation to get there, and I definitely don't know how we would have worked out the money to fund it.
It was very frustrating, and as a simulation, I don't imagine that even though I personally had anxiety during the simulation, I can't imagine what it would be like repeating this month after month in a real world situation.
I think it definitely broadened my horizons, gave me a little bit more of an understanding that it's not necessarily people in poverty who are lazy and not wanting to work or do better for themselves. They just have been sometimes thrown into some unfortunate circumstances, and sometimes maybe they just need understanding versus scrutiny.
Before I came here, I wasn't really aware of how tough it was for people in poverty, and now I can kind of see like what everything that it includes, like everything you have to pay for, everything you have to watch out for.
It's a reoccurring, repetitive type of cycle, and so a lot of them are, out there just trying to make it work, and it was a good eye opener.
Like I said, through my volunteer work, I have some idea of what people in these situations are going through, but I didn't really understand the impact that it has on their everyday life. I think, unfortunately, there's a feeling in the community sometimes that people that are receiving any type of public assistance are sitting around all day doing nothing, and just taking the money, when that's obviously not the case. This showed me that it's actually a full-time job just trying to survive. It was eye-opening to me, the amount of work that it takes now I have a job.
We just tried to get through week to week, and we probably didn't survive the month. We did keep our house, but we weren't fed.